Health Weekly, live every Friday at noon. This week, our guest, Carlyn Rosenblum, who is a clinical nutritionist and registered dietitian, reporting on everything we need to know about nutrition to keep ourselves healthy. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep expert information coming to you all the time. And Megan, one of our YouTube viewers, has asked us a question. What if you do have such hormone regulation issues and your periods aren't regular? Is there a recommendation from a dietary standpoint to start working on that maybe even without seeing a doctor?
When we're talking about hormonal health, we're really talking about our health on a cellular level. So making sure that we are helping our body to eliminate any type of excess hormones or toxins that are creating stress and creating more hormonal imbalance. Definitely with PCOS, because it's so closely related to insulin, trying to promote a diet that, again, is low glycemic or not going to, raise our blood sugar and promote that insulin response is extremely important. The types of foods that we're incorporating are definitely going to be mostly plant-based. So lots of non-starchy vegetables, leafy greens, lots of vegetables in the brassica family like cauliflower and Brussels sprouts and broccoli. The anti-inflammatory omega-3s are another important nutrient to promote. So more fish like salmon, hemp seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, all of that, good healthy fat that our body needs to help promote hormone production.
Okay, so we have another great question from one of our YouTube viewers. Sharon asks the question, and actually, when I think about it, it's a really legit, sort of very insightful question. She's asking, I think she's asking the question, is that always diagnostic of that particular food item being a problem, or is it possible that that food item has then been eliminated for long enough that maybe the digestive enzymes that are associated specifically with that food have sort of downregulated, and now you're adding that food back without the proper digestive enzymes? So that she asks a question that actually is a lot more complicated than the question itself. Tell me what you think of that, Carlyn.
Yeah, so I think elimination diets are really, in my opinion, the best way to kind of figure out what's working or not working for your body. I think a lot of times when you're cutting things out, you're really allowing the body to heal, right? You're removing these inflammatory factors. So, sometimes you can add these foods back and no problem. You notice that it's fine. Other times, if you do notice that it's a problem, in my opinion, it's kind of a sign that it was a problem for a while, and maybe you were just, used to living a certain way or a certain level of, discomfort that, you didn't really notice. I think some people are so used to feeling bloated or uncomfortable after eating that it becomes almost normal, right? And then they cut out these foods. They're like, oh, wow, I never noticed how much it affected me until I cut it.
Yeah, amazing.
So I think, there are some diagnostic tools that you can use aside from an elimination diet, like IgG testing. Is the research really there to support its efficacy? Not necessarily, but I think, if it's something that you really want to explore without having to fully commit to doing an elimination diet, it can be a good first step.
So here's a good question from another YouTube viewer. What are the factors in our diet, and what type of dietary supplements, additives, techniques can we use to help shore up or boost the quality of our immune system?
Great. So probably the most important thing, in my opinion, to supporting your immune system is having a healthy gut, because there's a really, strong correlation to the bacteria in our gut and our immune health. So definitely eating a diet, again, that's high in antioxidants, high fiber foods to support the production of those short chain fatty acids in our gut that bacteria are able to ferment and promote, the proliferation of these healthy bacteria in our gut. Fermented food, also great for our gut bacteria as well. So that would be number one. Number two, I think definitely just again, promoting consumption of more whole grains, vegetables, less processed meats, less sugar, less things that are creating inflammation to the body. And then from a supplement perspective, to support our immune health, such as, vitamin C, vitamin D, surprisingly important for our immune system. And then making sure we're getting regular exercise. I've been telling all of my patients to try to do at least 20 to 30 minutes every day, just from, a physical and mental health perspective.
Right.
And then making sure you're getting proper sleep at night, which is anything between 7.5 to 9 hours a night.
You've been watching Women's Health Weekly, coming to you live from New York City and the women's health experts at Maiden Lane Medical. Please subscribe to our channel. Please check out our podcast when it comes out early next week, and catch us next week on Friday at noon live with Dr. Stephanie Blank, who's an expert in gynecologic oncology. We'll be talking about pap smears and HPV and everything associated with cervical health. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend.